Hi, welcome back. I'm sorry I've been gone for a while. I had a lot of things going on, so I'm going to try to jump back into this and do as many videos as possible coming up so that you have some really consistent content. And I want to start talking a little bit about some different specific makeup techniques. I don't want to make these too difficult or too long and drawn out. I want them to be actually fairly simple so that you gain confidence in makeup, because if it becomes too difficult, then you kind of give up on it. So I want to make this really, really easy for you. And today what I want to do is I want to show you how I do my eye makeup for hooded eyelids. I have a very hooded eye, as you can see. There's a lot of skin kind of coming down here. And when my eyes are open all the way, you don't really see the lid part of my eye right here, okay? So we've got the lid space, we've got the crease space, and then we have the brow bone space. And so I'm going to be dealing with those three things and using three different intensities of color. Now here's the thing about that. You don't have to worry so much about the colors themselves. For blue eyes, you want to maybe go towards things that are orange-based. So peach, orange, bronze kind of tones, even into golds and things like that. Those are the things that are really going to enhance blue eyes. If you want to make your eyes look more green, or if you have green eyes, things like rose tones, pinks, even like soft plums that have a lot of pink in them are really good for kind of bringing that out. Even cranberry colors, so red-based tones, because red and green are opposite each other, and blue and orange are opposite each other. So that's a great way to remember that. For brown eyes, you can wear just about anything. It really just depends a little bit on your skin tone. If your skin tone's deeper, maybe go for brighter, bolder colors. And if your skin tone's a little bit lighter, maybe go for softer, more subdued colors. But you can do a lot of different things. You can do greens, browns, blues, purples, whatever you want, pretty much. So brown eyes, you guys are lucky. So I'm going to use, all you really have to have is three different intensities of colors. So I'm going to use the Anastasia Riviera palette. And basically what I do is I choose my darkest color first and then just choose a medium and a light tone in relation to that. So I want to keep it really neutral today. So for my darkest tone, I'm going to use this brown. And then for a medium tone, I'll go here. And then for a light tone, I'm going to kind of blend these two colors together because I want something in between them that this doesn't have. So remember, when you have a palette like this, you can mix your colors together. You don't have to go with just what's there. And as long as you've got a light, medium, and a dark, you're good. That's all that really matters. So for a hooded eye, what happens is that a hooded eye is very flat this way, right? There's not a lot of depth in the eye. You don't have that super deep crease. So if you have a super deep crease, I'm going to do a different video about that on somebody else who actually has that eye shape. I can't show you that on my eye because I don't have that. So when the eye is more flat, what we have to do is we have to create some dimension. We have to create some depth to the eye. So we've got our light, medium, and dark, and you always apply starting with the light. So I'm going to start with a little bit of this and a little bit of this. So just kind of take a small brush and just sort of mix the two together. You can tap it off in your hand to kind of see what that color is going to look like a little bit. And where I'm going to place this is I'm going to put this right up under the arch of the brow. I don't want to put this color all over my entire eyelid. Why is that? Because if I do that, light colors bring everything forward. This space is already flat, so I don't want to flatten it more and bring all of it forward when what we're trying to do is create depth. Does that make sense? So I mix my two colors together, and then I just place that color right up under the arch of the brow, about from the center of the eyebrow to the tail end, because that's going to make this part appear to come forward more. See that? So when that part comes forward more, it gives it a little bit more dimension. Then I'm going to take my bigger brush. It's just slightly bigger. You can see here, let me put this down so you can see these. So it's just slightly bigger, not that much. And you can do your whole eye with a couple of brushes. You don't have to have, 20 million things. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to go into my medium color. This one's called Coastline. It's a really pretty sort of peachy color. And that peach should be great to make my eyes look more blue. And a great way to know where to put this medium color is you want this color to be matte, first of all. You don't want it to be shimmery. Shimmery is going to bring things forward. We want to use this color to recede back. So you want this color to be a matte finish. And this orange is going to bring out my blue eyes. And what I want to do with this is tilt my head back away from the mirror a bit, and then I'm going to raise my eyebrows as high as they go. And what you can see is the bottom edge of your brow bone, right there. You can see actually the bottom edge of the bone and how much space you have between that brow bone and the top of your eyeball. That's where that color is going to go. You're going to put it right into the center, and then you're going to go back and forth like windshield wipers. Now, the amount, the placement of this, how far you go, is dependent on how much space you have between your eyes. If you have a lot of space between your eyes, make sure you get it all the way down into this inner corner. My eyes are pretty balanced, slightly close set, so I don't want to go all the way down here. I don't want to reduce the amount of white space between my eyes. So I'm going to stop about here. And when I'm going to the outside, I want to stop about here, because I don't want to take it all the way down here, because when I blend, it's going to pull some of that down. If I pull this shadow down too far here, it's going to really pull the outer corner of my eye down. So when you are wondering where to take your shadow, put your brush alongside your nose through the outer corner of your eye to the end of your eyebrow. Your eyeshadow should not go past there for the most part, unless you're doing a very, very specific look. But this look is just for a hooded eye, so we're not doing a really specific or editorial type look. We're just doing a very basic look. So right now you can see about where that shadow lands. So because my eyes are a little bit closer together, I'm taking my emphasis out here a bit. So see how it kind of is, it almost goes like this, like the shape of a paisley, right? So that my highest point is here. That way, when I look forward, this part of my eye that's the most hooded has the most color in it. That way, when I deepen that even more, suddenly it looks like the lid part of my eye is bigger. See that? It's kind of cool, actually. So this medium color is really your trick for getting hooded eyes to recede back a little bit, because that conversely makes this part, the socket of the eye itself, the eyeball, appear to come forward. All right? Now, if I want to, I can do one of two different things here. I could take my very lightest color if I really want this lid part to stand out. I can take my lightest color and put it right there. I'm just patting that on, and then I'm going to blend that out a bit. Well, this is a pretty extreme look, so don't be scared. So when you put a light color there, then you can really see where that lid space is. You can really see it. It looks a lot bigger than it did before. Okay, so this is what we call an open contour eye, especially when we add our darkest color here at the outer corner, which is the technique for close set eyes. Do not do this if you have wide set. And you put a little bit on the outer third, pressing with the small brush, and you push it into the outer third of the crease. Just like that. I'm just going to go back and forth a little bit. Okay? So that's how you do what's called an open contour eye, where there's light here in the center of the eyeball, there's a medium up here in the crease, and then there's dark on the outer third and into the crease of the eye. Now, if your eyes are even set, you can take that color, that dark color, further in. If your eyes are wide apart, you can take that dark color all the way into the inside corner and then fill in here. Just like that. Okay, so that's called an open contour eye. Now, if you want, you can take kind of a big, even bigger fluffy brush. Might be a big brush like this, or it might be what we call a crease brush, shaped like that. And that can be what you use to blend. And so you're just softening and blending the edges of these colors so that you don't see any hard edges to them, like that. Okay. Now, to get what we call a true smoky eye is if you take your dark color and you put that all over the lid. So what you've probably seen before is you've probably seen a lot of people talking about what I just did earlier with the dark in the crease as a smoky eye. That's not a true smoky eye. That's people that don't know what they're talking about, okay? A true smoky eye is a dark color down low all over the whole eyelid and surrounding the eye. So all over the eyelid here, and then underneath as well with that same color. Here I want my focus to be more in the center of the eye, but still a little bit on that hooded area. So that is a true smoky eye, not the darkness in the crease. So that's how you get that hooded part of the eye to look like it recedes back, is by taking a color, a medium color, putting it all right through there to create some depth, and then adding another color, either lighter below and dark on the outside and inside if you're wide set, or by putting dark all over the whole lid. And the higher that you take that dark color, the more it's going to recede back that hooded part of the eye. Somebody that does this really well, and that I used to be a celebrity impersonator for, which was really fun, but she does this eye look really well. Her makeup artist does this really well, is Cyndi Lauper. She has that hooded eye just like I do, and that's why I looked like her so much when I was in my 20s. And so she does this makeup look really, really well, where she puts a lot of dark color here, and then she takes it up really high like this, right under that hooded part of her eye, and it gives her eyes tons of depth. So look at some of the pictures of her when she does that, more recent pictures, not so much from the 80s, but pictures closer to now. She does this look quite often. And it's amazing how much different it makes the eye look. You don't see that hooded part of the eye nearly so much, and so that therefore makes the eye look brighter and more open. So I hope that helped. Please put your comments below and any questions that you might have, and then I'll go back and sort of try to answer those questions if you have them, and let me know. Send me messages. Send me messages on Instagram too. I'll put up a picture on Instagram of a full look for hooded eyes with eyeshadow, and then follow my blog, silverbeautylife.com. And we'll have a conversation about this, and hopefully that helped you a little bit. And I'll do more of these videos on eyes so that you kind of get a concept for your eyes if you don't have a hooded eye. If you have a more deep set, I'll do one for that. I'll do just kind of a basic eye look. I'll do something about everyday eyes and dressed up eyes and how to do that. And by the way, the idea that because you're over 40 you can't wear shimmer is absolute nonsense. So don't pay any attention to that. You get to wear whatever you want. So yeah, I hear a lot of people say that, and matte is great. Use shimmer in strategically, use it in little bits at a time, but you absolutely can wear shimmer. You can even wear glitter if you want. You get to do what you want. So hope you had fun today. Hope you learned something. Leave me comments below. Share and subscribe, please, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much.